So for the end of unit project, I've asked all of you to apply your understanding of cognitive processing in designing an advertisement for a product of your own choice. A lot of you have had questions about this and what that might look like, since this may be the first time that you're doing a project like this. In this video, I'll be going over an advertising poster that I've designed myself for Cure.fit, which is a Bangalore-based health and fitness startup. They started off as a one-center gym in my home city with the aim of revolutionizing fitness. From 2015, when they first started, they have grown dramatically and expanded centers not only throughout my city, but throughout major cities in India and also a few abroad. During the lockdown, the gym was quick to have live sessions set up and also running, and that is what my advertising poster will focus on. Some of the details on this poster are fictitious and not true, and again, it's only for the reference of this class that I have put this together. So to begin with, I use Canva and PicMonkey to do my designing for this poster. And Canva is the primary means through which I do it, and it has a lot of different options for you to come up with a poster that looks good. As for PicMonkey, I tried using this to get rid of the background. There are other ways to do it. This was a tedious process because I had to do it manually since I don't have the pro version of the website. Apart from that, I think if you have access to Photoshop and softwares like that, it would be easier and more seamless. But if you don't, it's not a problem because you can use softwares like Canva and PicMonkey. So my first step before actually getting down to designing the poster is to do my research, which basically means looking at the product's website or a company's website and also the previous advertising posters that they themselves have published. It helps to understand their aesthetic. This also helps you to have a starting point, which is not a completely blank canvas. Understanding the product and the company's vision is also very important because it can give you ideas for how you want your poster to look. Once I've done my research on that company and its product, I brainstorm and make note of different ideas that I have, and because the purpose of this project is to use cognitive processes, I am more intentional in listing the cognitive processes that I want to try addressing in my design, and then coming up with ideas based on that process or based on that research. As for your presentation, the rest of my video may give you an idea of how you can do that. I've already briefed you about my product, which would be the first step in your presentation to give an idea of what your product is. And moving on from that, you will talk about your target population. My target population is both old and potentially new members of the gym. So my advertisement tries appealing to both. I will discuss the cognitive processes and research I've utilized in my design by going over each element. Again, there are different elements in my design like this, these, and I will go over them one by one and discuss the different research and processes that I have kept in mind in coming up with that element. I feel like this is the best way for me to present my poster because otherwise it might be too much back and forth. So the very first element that really sets the tone for the whole poster is the call for action line or the slogan, which is take control of your 2020 fitness goals. India has been on lockdown since March, so it is likely that a lot of people who are members of the gym have had to put their fitness goals on pause or have seen some disruption in their workout routines. When looking at schemas and New Year's, the first thing that comes to mind are New Year's resolutions. And for a majority of people, regardless of their body type, fitness seems to have been taking the front stage in the recent years. Everyone wants to be fit. So there is personal relevance that this advertisement is working on. And we know that when an event or stimulus is personally relevant, we are more likely to encode this into our long-term store and also have more vivid memories of it. A cognitive bias that this statement also plays upon is loss aversion. We know from the framing effect that people tend to find it more painful to lose something then gain something even if both of them have the same value. In this case, for those people who have already been working hard on their fitness goals for 3 months of the year, this statement would play upon their fear of losing the progress that they had made in those 3 months. Furthermore, McGlone and Toffenbach found in their research that when a slogan or call for action rhymes, it is more likely to be preferred by viewers as they start to attribute, or rather misattribute, the fluency of that slogan to the underlying information or the quality of the product. The next two elements were primarily based on appealing to both new and old clients. The choice to add 3-2-1 in the background is far from random. After each session at the gym, the trainers and the clients huddle up and on a count of 3 scream, "We are cult." This marks a sense of completion and accomplishment for everyone who's worked hard throughout the 50 minutes of that session. Any old client who views the 3-2-1 would be reminded of the team huddle and their sense of accomplishment. So in adding that, the advertisement urges clients belonging to the company's old market to retrieve happy memories and memories of success upon completing sessions. This is also in line with Chandy et al.'s research, which suggests that to appeal to the old market, we need to focus on emotions. And to appeal to a new market, which is new clients, there needs to be a more rational appeal. Hence the decision to include the main features of the live sessions in this poster. They can be accessed anywhere by phone or laptop and at any time that is convenient to the client. Considering the lockdown, I know a lot of people have had difficulty completing their tasks in the same amount of time that they would at work, and also that there's added pressure or added tasks during this time. Having the freedom to choose when you want to work out and having classes available around the clock adds to the appeal to the clients as well. So, analysis paralysis is when a person is not able to come up with a decision because they're overthinking or overanalyzing. And this often occurs when they are faced by too much information, so an overload. While the Cure.fit app or the website has several more services, this advertisement only focuses on 3 main features because it doesn't want to overburden the individual by giving too much information. Robert Cialdini, whose research used to be a part of the previous IB psychology syllabus, also suggests that people are likely to make a decision and take action when minimal parameters are set. The ad provides minimal features, which are likely to be the main selling point of the product given the current circumstances. So, by giving minimal information and not overburdening a person with all these different features, we are in fact helping them make a decision more quickly and also more easily. Speaking of the current circumstances, let's say the client does decide to pay for a membership, and an online membership at this gym is 10,000 rupees for 3 months, which is 1,000 RMB, which is a significant amount, especially if you're earning in the Indian economy. Considering the lockdown and the uncertainty of potentially not having a job at the end of this, it could cause stress and guilt for the client to invest money in, let's say, fitness. It is also likely that there is some amount of cognitive dissonance because the purchasing behavior doesn't match the thoughts that an individual is likely to have right now, which is of being worried about their finances. Did I make the right choice by spending money on a gym membership right now? I might not even have a job at the end of this whole lockdown. But providing the features and rational reasons for the product to be bought, we are aiding, or I am trying to aid the person's post-purchase rationalization, which is also a bias that leads to the tendency of individuals searching for reasons that justify their decision. And in this case, that decision was to buy the membership. So they want to explain to themselves that they made the right decision by spending money on a gym membership during a pandemic. I've included two champion athletes, AB de Villiers, who is a South African cricketer, and Mary Kom, an Indian boxer, who has a total of 13 championships at both the Asian and world level. Cure.fit has invited several celebrity athletes and also movie stars that the Indian population celebrates. And these people or these celebrities have been conducting live sessions. Another bias that we are commonly a victim to is the authority bias, which is when an authoritative figure in a field endorses a product, we tend to believe in the quality of that product without doing any further research. So we believe that because this person who is an expert in this field is endorsing the product, it is bound to be a good product. In this case, using both international and local athletes who are amongst the best in their field plays upon the same bias. Their participation and willingness to work with this brand or company or product sets a tone on the quality of the service being provided. Plus, this also adds a sense of rivalry and sets this product apart from the competition in India. There are several gyms running online live sessions, but none in India that have a new celebrity every other day conducting a session. And going back to the features, clients can earn badges for attending a masterclass, which gives them bragging rights and also make them feel like they've been a part of something unique. If you're looking back at the Cure.fit vision and also the current selling point, one of the highlights is working out with real athletes. In India, being an athlete is difficult because apart from the sport, the athletes are very underpaid, not given enough nutrition. So there's a lot of politics around that, and there is very little job opportunity for them. So this company really has worked over the years to provide opportunities for those athletes. So adding on to that, providing a local athlete, even though she is internationally celebrated and has accomplished things internationally, there is a sense of resiliency. And in addition to the fact that she is a 16-time champion, she's also a mother of four. After her first pregnancy, everyone criticized her for letting go of her career and also made her believe that she would never bounce back into boxing. But she did, and she won championships following her first pregnancy, now has become a symbol of resilience to the nation. And resilience is something that is important during this time for all of us, especially to keep up with goals. Finally, this is a major highlight on the poster, the celebrity stars, along with the sample layout of the mobile app. I've placed this on the left visual field in line with Grobinley and Michalski's research that suggests that graphics should always be placed on the left side because according to lateralization, the right brain receives that information, and we know that the right brain is more responsible for visual and spatial processing. The tagline, "Train like a champion," further develops upon the authority bias and gives clients opportunity for bragging rights. It also plays on emotions, as the word champion is also often associated with success. Hence, training like a champion with a champion may help a person also feel success like a champion, which was essentially the same feeling that clients felt after completing a session in person and doing the team huddle. Research suggests that italicizing words can indicate speed, and in this case, I've chosen to italicize train like more to make a distinction from the rest of the poster, but also to characterize what is common to athletes, which is agility and speed. Peters and Weddle suggest that increasing the surface area of emotion-related words, in this case of champion, which connotates success, increases the appeal and impact of the word and the overall advertisement. The next thing, the logo, which is an important part of the brand's identity, needs to always be highlighted as well. I've placed the logo on the right visual field based on the matching activation hypotheses, which is related to the lateralization point that I've previously mentioned. So if the graphics are primarily on the left visual field, which is here, the right hemisphere is more activated and is the one that is putting in more effort to processing the information in the advertisement, which then leaves the left hemisphere less activated. So by placing the logo on the right visual field, it is likely to make viewers receive it better because they're putting in greater degree of processing by the left hemisphere, which again has resources left because it hasn't already allocated it to something like pictures of the champions. And finally, there's the advertisement's statement urging viewers to download their app. Download the app, avail your 7-day free trial with unlimited classes, and join thousands on a journey of success. This yet again appeals to loss aversion. People love free trials because they get to evaluate a product without having to lose anything monetarily. And once they've tried the product and liked it, it is also highly likely that they won't want to lose access to that product. So this plays upon avoiding loss of initial money and also loss of access to the product once you've already tried and enjoyed it. Providing unlimited classes also allows the potential customers to try out all different formats of workout that this gym offers. Boxing, strength and conditioning, circuit training, whatever it is, they can try it out with unlimited access before they commit to it. Furthermore, there's the bandwagon effect that is considered when the statement says, join thousands on a journey of success. This could evoke a sense of belonging, plus people want to buy what everyone else is buying. There is a fine line between our need to fit in and our need to stand out. And this poster also kind of appeals to that because you are fitting into the Cure.fit family, but at the same time, standing out by being able to do online sessions and train with champions, which is unlike other gyms. So there's a point of belonging, there's also a point of uniqueness and standing out. And again, this also focuses on success, journey of success. That frames this togetherness as a positive experience and in a sense also assures the clients of a positive and successful or success-filled experience, which in my opinion for this product isn't a false claim. So this is my presentation of the choices and decisions that went behind my design. This presentation is definitely longer than 7 to 10 minutes. Mine wasn't the case because I tried explaining things more in depth for your understanding, including the softwares that I've used or the websites that I've used. I hope this video was helpful and gave you a better understanding of how your poster can look and how your presentation might be organized and how you would be able to present your ideas.